We are a spirit coming from our Lord with that one holy breath that He has given to Adam alayhi salam. We are that. We need to know that part too. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has also put inside of us another entity that is called the nafs, the ego. The spirit and the ego now is inside. This is a shell. And from time to time, the spirit, if the spirit is strong, is going to be on top of the ego. But if the power is given to the ego now, the ego is going to be stronger and is going to be on top of the spirit. Our reality is different. Our reality is in divine presence. But now, knowledge of yourself, you have to know this too. The spirit and the ego. To know the ego, now we have to understand what is this ego that is stopping us. Because now our natural disposition, our fitrat, what we call in Islam, it is that spirit that is saying to our Lord, you are my Lord and I'm your creature. I know you as my Lord and I know myself as a creature. The nafs, the ego, does not know himself. The ego is saying, you are you and I'm me. Meaning you're just another thing and I'm another thing. You say you are a creator, I'm also a creator. The ego is declaring that. And the ego is saying, you have a will, I have a will. Our spirit is saying, you have a will. Ya Rabbi, may our will be your will. We're in complete agreement. But the ego says no. The ego is in opposition. But Allah has created that ego. The ego has that energy now. So the spirit now, that is in us, it is squeezed now into this physical body. The spirit, the light of the spirit, like Hazrat Mawlana Rumi is saying, the light of the spirit will put out 1,000 suns. Because the spirit, the ruh, it is a secret. Of course, we're not going to get into that. But it is the only thing that Allah has given to the man. Everything else, Allah is saying, kun fayakun. Be and it is. So, when we are in this physical body, the spirit's powers are very squeezed and they're curtailed. But this physical body is a friend to the ego. Oh yeah. Because the physical body now belongs to the realm of the animals. The spirit is not like this. And this dunya, this world now, whatever the world has to, the world of the senses, the desires, and the shaitan, it's another category. All those, they are friends with the ego. They are close. But all these, they are opposite to the spirit. So, Allah has put us into this world. We were created in the paradise, with the paradise body, but He has sent down to this world, into this body, for us to find our way back again. To find our way back to our original home. That we are put here to understand things, to understand our Lord. We have been created to know Him and to worship Him. So, we're sent now to this world to know ourselves. So knowing ourselves, yes, knowing our egos. Knowing our ego, what is that ego? What is that ego? That ego is that self that says, I'm me and you are you. The whole world must revolve around me. I am the most important one. Whatever I say must be. Meaning the will of the ego, it's pretending to be the divine will. Because Allah is all that exists. And Allah's will is above every will. And Allah's order no one can oppose. But the ego says, you are you and I me. You are like that, I'm also like that. I have that will. Everything must be subservient to me. I'm the only thing that exists. Everything must please me. Me, and me. So, when we are here when we understand now our ego in everyday settings, day by day, month by month, year by year, if you understand that, where our ego is let loose, and we are saying, no, I want this according to my way, and where it is not the ego, but it is the spirit, and the spirit is saying, it has to be according to Allah's way, our Creator's way, our Prophet's way, our Shaykh's way, the holy people's way, then now you start knowing yourself. Okay? So, that's what tariqat is for. The sohbat is for people to sit down and understand and start working on themselves. Working on themselves. It can be as simple as sitting down at a dinner table. Everyone has their food, but somebody forgot to put food in front of you. So what are you going to say? You're going to get upset? You're going to get angry? Or you're going the subway to go to work. It's squeezed. And people rush and they rush past you and they brush against you. How are you going to respond? So many, they're willing now because of that situation. Or the train is 5 minutes late. They feel the anger inside of them building up. They can destroy the whole world. Isn't it? So now, the ego, friends with shaitan, friends with the dunya and the desires, the ego now has these 4 main characteristics that he inherits from shaitan. Anger. That's for sure. That's the main thing. It can be thousands of subdivisions. You know, like that hydra? It's many-headed snake, right? You cut off one, it grows again. You cut off one, it's like that. But now the hydra, many-headed, but only one trunk. Now, there are 4 trunks. 4 main groups. There are 4 main heads, big heads, that smaller heads coming out from that. Anger, the stubbornness, jealousy, and arrogance. Okay? Now these 4 main ones, thousands may come from that. Now if we understand where in everyday life we have this anger, stubbornness, jealousy, and arrogance, where in everyday life we have these, and it is our ego that is saying this and insisting on this. And when we are sitting in the presence of the Shaykh and we hear the advice and the words of the Shaykh telling us what to do in this situation, then we may cut the head of the hydra. Then, that time we know ourselves. Oh, before I thought I was so nice, but now I understand that I have all these characteristics. Because you look in the streets, when you walk in the streets, especially now Christmas season, New Year's season, capitalist season, spending season, consumerist season, wasting season, waste. Nothing but ego now, running to buy and get and get. Yeah, season of giving. Yeah, really? You're giving? Yeah, you give from your pocket to the system. But you're looking in the streets, especially now with Christmas season, everyone's dressed so nicely, so beautifully. Huh? Everyone's feeling so generous. Everyone's giving money, but you know that this is the worst time for suicides. There are more suicides happening during this time than any other time. And so, but you look from the outside, everyone looks so happy. Everyone looks so shiny. But they are not. Maybe they are physically sick. You cannot see with these eyes. Everyone looks well, but maybe this one has, definitely everyone is sick. Some sort of disease or other. So now, that is a physical sickness. You need a doctor to advise and to say, and also to give you a medicine for physical sickness. Now when it comes to diseases coming from your ego, you need that kind of doctor, a spiritual doctor. then He's going to say, for you, just as you are sick, you cannot use your body properly to reach the potential and the optimum capacity. Your spirit, you cannot use it properly until you get rid of these diseases. So now that is how you're going to know yourself. Get rid of these diseases, inshallah. Everyone has them. And what is the purpose of knowing ourselves? To know our Lord. What higher knowledge, what more beautiful knowledge is that? To know our Creator. Because our Creator is not like us. And He's inviting us. Inshallah. Alright.